Hi everyone, it's Sue here, and I thought I would talk today a little bit about something that just keeps showing up for me in lots of different ways. It's this topic of self-care. Now, if you're a woman, you have probably heard this term, and based on who you hang with, based on what you read, based on your philosophy, you might not be sure about self-care. In my world, I think self-care is a profound way of, like nurturing and really, really loving on this person that you call the self, yourself. I've also heard women say anytime we do that, that's an act of being selfish. That our role in life is as women and nurturers and mothers is to care for others and put ourselves last. And I did that for a long time. I totally bought into that story. And I related that story to who I was. I don't do that anymore. I'm not mean. I'm not disrespectful of others. I just really want to take care of myself. I'm in the second half of my life, and who else is going to do it? Not me, not anybody else. So self-care, for moi, self-care. So I thought I would share 5 things that I do on a daily basis. Because self-care isn't really the trip to the spa or the luscious vacation or, the big event. It's the small little things that we do each and every day that either is going to move us toward this deeper nourishment of the self and health or move us away. And we make decisions all the time as humans that kind of take us toward and then take us away and take us toward and take us away. And I like to live by the 80-20 rule because we are humans and we are going to make probably not the best decisions sometimes. So 80% of the time, we're conscious. We're really trying to make the best choices we can for who we are and what we need. And then 20% of the time, there's some like, I'll have the glass of wine, or I'll go get the ice cream, or maybe I won't take the walk today. But there's 5 things that I do that I've incorporated into my daily practices that I thought I would share with you. And they're not difficult, they're simple. The first one I do is I get up before my partner John. I get up in the early morning. I like to rise around 6, and it's quiet. Not only is it quiet in the house, but it's quiet outside. And I will sit and journal. I will sit and meditate. I will not turn anything on. I might make myself a cup of tea, and it is my time to sort of set myself up for the day. And that can look like 15 minutes, or that could look like an hour. But I give myself that time. One of the things I wanted to incorporate into this morning routine is a walk outside in nature. And I haven't given it up yet, but I haven't been very consistent with that. I seem to really like the quiet, sitting, solitude, internal process. So that's where I'm at. The second thing I do is I make sure I have a water container. Today I happen to have this pretty pink one. And I fill it with warm water and I put lemon in it. Now sometimes I put the juice of the lemon in, I squeeze it in, but sometimes I actually use an oil. This is do-terra's lemon oil. Why would I do that? Because the oil from the rind has got much more power to it. And if I'm drinking lemon with water in the morning, my intention is to help my body flush and cleanse itself. And the oil is going to be more profound than the juice of the lemon. And it doesn't affect the enamel of my teeth, and it doesn't affect the pH balance in my body. So either or. But I fill this This one isn't as big as my other one I usually use, but I make sure I drink this in the morning before I eat breakfast or before I do anything else. I sip it as I'm, in my morning time. The third thing I do is I set up my diffuser wherever I'm at, in this case, my office where I'm sitting quietly. I have a meditation cushion that I sit on, and I'll put some oils in the diffuser based on how I'm feeling and what kind of environment I want to create. So if it's morning time, I might put something in that's a little bit uplifting, like a wild orange. Any citrus oil is going to be very uplifting. It's going to help me feel awake and happy. If I want a little bit more energy, maybe I feel a little sluggish, I might put wild orange and peppermint together, because those two not only uplift and make you feel happy, but it creates some focus and some energy. What if I wake up and I'm a little, I'm a little fussy, I'm a little anxious, I feel as if I need to ground myself a little bit more? I might put something like balance or frankincense in the diffuser. So depending on how you woke up and what you need, and maybe what you're going to do throughout the day, will depend on what you use in your diffuser. So those are the first three. The fourth one is I go outside. And I make sure I get in the sunshine on the earth every single day. Now, whether it's a walk, whether it's a hike, whether it's just putting around in my garden, but I make sure I do that every single day. And I do like to move my body. My habit is I tend to move my body a little bit too much sometimes. I'm one of those get up and go, and then go some more, and then go some more, and then go some more. So I don't necessarily need to do that all the time with myself. I know that there's other people that are really the opposite, where they need to get going because they like to sit a lot. So again, you have to know yourself. And the last thing I'm going to mention is that I go to bed early. I go to bed before I get exhausted. And how do I know I get exhausted? I have something called restless leg syndrome. And when I mention this in classes and to people that I know, they go, oh my God, I have that too. People don't really know what it is and where you get it and why you have it. I've had it ever since I've been young. I can remember being young and being really uncomfortable in my legs at night. And it shows up when I'm exhausted. If I stay up too late, if I'm trying to watch a movie, if I didn't get a good night's sleep the night before and I'm still trying to do my whatever time. So I've learned, go to bed early enough so that I wake up at 6 o'clock. Normally, I don't really need an alarm, and I feel really refreshed. So those are my really 5 simple self-care things that I do each day. Do I do other things? Absolutely. Don't want to overwhelm you. Maybe I'll make another video another time and I'll tell you 5 others. But one thing I do want to mention, if you're watching this video, you are part of my email tribe, my email community, and maybe you take some of the online programs with me, whether it be yoga or maybe the essential oils classes or maybe the meditation class that I'm offering now. My friend and colleague, Chrisleen, and I are creating programs together. We've been doing that for a long time. But one of the things that we're going to be doing very soon is launching a Facebook group, private Facebook group community. And we will be inviting our women friends, our women community to this private Facebook group. And why are we doing that? Because we wanted to create a container, an online, safe, private container where we could interact with you. Because this is lovely what we're doing. I can talk to you and you can actually see my face, but you can't talk back to me. We can't have interaction. But on a private Facebook group, there's nobody there except for the community that we invite in. And that's pretty awesome. And on that Facebook group, we're going to be talking about self-care. In fact, the title of our group is called Self-Care, the New Healthcare. And if you haven't heard this terminology before, it basically means that the onus of your own health care is really on you, not with somebody else. So we're looking forward to starting that up probably in July. And look for the invitation, because I'm sure you're going to get one. It's free. There's no obligation for anything. You just join and participate if you want. That's all. Anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Take a few moments to consider some self-care that you might be doing for yourself over the next few days, few weeks, few months, few years. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, everyone.